no justice! We don't get no justice! What? We don't get no justice! We don't get no justice! We don't get no justice! What? We don't get no justice! 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 Let me hear you! We don't get no justice! 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 Let me hear you! We don't get no justice! 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 Say it with me! We don't get no justice! 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 Do you feel me? We don't get no justice! We don't feel no justice! We don't get 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 no justice!
Daily life of agriculture, social connections that ties them to the past. My parents worked too hard to have me come here and be labeled. Have you ever tasted the spiciness of their egg rolls, their papayas and nava that comes from a group of people who have fought for the meaning of their existence over years of being hated and chased and had no choice to but assimilate and eventually emerges a collection of many other cultures? Have you ever strolled down the lanes of University Avenue and at your left and right you see markings of progress and diversity, restaurants organizing programs and salons, centers for Hmong arts and talents? Oh yes, there is so much more to do than just to go to the mall. Have you ever ran a lap around Phelan Lake on the east side after passing so many people you metaphor sardines? Stop to look at the large family gatherings and ask why? This gathering are symbols of a collective culture where blood runs deep, surpassing individualistic motives. Have you stopped to ask an elderly of their nostalgic past? While all this is happening in your hometown, do you not see? If yes, why do you reduce all these progress, these hopes, successes, and struggles to one house on unfortunate families with teen pregnancies and poverty? Using electric airways to advocate this image so that those who haven't heard of the Hmong or even know much about the Hmong can only see this over thousands of Hmong in the nation. Is that all you see? Do you not see everyone? Or do you see only one person standing in front of you? One person representing one side of the story from every race. Hmong, Native American, Latino, Black, Somali, Chinese, Korean, etc. This becomes dangerous because it is called stereotypes that will soon cloud the mind and bring in ignorance. Do you see? If you don't, then open your eyes. We are all here.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, everybody give Chili a big applause. She's doing a great job. All right, good morning, everybody. Okay, we're going to start off. Hello, my name is Nicholas Pa. I'm a Hmong organizing leader in TakeAction Minnesota. What I'd like to share with you guys is a personal story of stereotype. One day I went to Home Depot just right over there, to buy building materials, and after I parked my Toyota truck, I got out. Next to me, a Caucasian man turned my way and yelled out, "Get a Dodge!" with a very angry face looking at me. I felt he stereotyped me because of my race, the brand of the truck that I drove, and I was compelled to respond back. But I let it go, assuming he's just one ignorant person to deal with. But when you're a media powerhouse to the masses and you preach racist stereotype messages over the airway, you have the power to influence many people from different communities and walk of life. And KDWB did just that. And I no longer sit idling and say it's just another ignorant person or group of people. This isn't the first time, nor it will be the last. If we do not stand up now, telling KDWE it is wrong, it is racist, they need to be held accountable and comply with their own zero tolerance policy regarding racial discrimination. Let's stand up and unite to let KDWB know that it is not okay. Not okay. And it is no joking matter. And we are serious. Well, the purpose of this rally is we are here to let KDW know that what they've done wrong that need to be held accountable for. We are here because we are serious about racial justice. And we are seeking for justice and respect for everyone in the community. Let no one be made fun of due to their skin color, social class, sex, and age. We also sent them 2 letters in which they have yet to meet with us and have a civil discussion, dialogue regarding what they said over the airwave about the Hmong American community. What I'm going to introduce you guys to is Victory Vu, one of the best passionate guy on the Hmong leader community Hmong organizing program. Victory!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. It is hot today, but it is hot within our heart. It is blustering cold outside. one unity and in peace. Thank you for coming. My name is Victory Vu. I'm a board member of the Hmong organizing leader. I'm a board member and a Hmong organizing leader within the organizations of TakeAction Minnesota. I'd like to share with you a stereotype story that actually happened to me when I went up to Rapid City to buy motorcycle parts. I was at Dennis Kirk, parked my car, walked out. 3 Caucasian guys walked out of their truck. They holler at me, "Gran Torino!" I looked around. At first I thought, wow, there's a Gran Torino here. No, I was looking at myself. I wanted to say something to them, but there were 3 of them and it was only me. These are the perpetuation of stereotype that KDWB is engulfing to the minds of the young Americans. We will not allow this to happen. We are here today because on March 22nd, KDWB went over the airwave and made a racist stereotype mockery of the Hmong American community. They committed a racist and sexist action when they allowed DJ Steve Letarte to produce an on-air parody song, 30 Hmongs in a House. To the tune of Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven, KDWB slandered our Hmong women and painted them as promiscuous girls with lyrics claiming that by the age of 16, girls have given birth to their first child. KDWB went on to say and mock the poverty in our community with the lyrics, "Families lives in 2 bedrooms and sleep on the floor." Then they went on to continue and insult our Hmong sisters with the lyrics, "By the age of 23, our women have given birth to 7 kids, and by age 30, they are over the hill." We do not live in homes and pack like sardines as laced by this so-called parody. Hell no! Through this song, which is just one of many of the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show biggest releases, KDWB, Steve Letarte, and Clear Channel amplified and reinforced the oppression of women and racial minority.
That ain't right.
They sent a clear message that it is fine to treat women and people of color, this time Hmong, with disrespect and outright ridicule. On April 1st, TakeAction Minnesota and the Hmong Organizing Program and our coalitions sent out a demand to give KDWB the appropriate opportunity to take responsibility for airing this hostile song. We, as a collective, have not heard back from KDWB to negotiate our demands. Make a sincere apology, be accountable, and responsible for what was said and claimed in the song, and a public announcement recognizing harmful and wrongdoing to the Hmong community. In addition, KDWB must commit to halt producing on-air of any racist and stereotype micro of any community ever again. Our second demand, fire Steve Letarte. Dictated an immediate public scheduled airtime for the community to promote racial and cultural tolerance through art and music. Air public service announced for all community. Cooperatively produce an on-air on the Dave Ryan Show an hour-long segment about Hmong veterans' role during the Vietnam War conflict. Our U.S. military man did not just consist of Caucasian. We do have Hmong men and women serving in the military as well. We require all KDW staff members to do community service in the Hmong community with taking classes and time with Hmong students so that they may see these people who they make a mockery of does not reflect what they've meant for their so-called parody. Are you fired up? Are you fired up? We're not going to let this go down, and we're going to put every last fight to their door.
All right, guys, give Victor a big applause. All right, now we have someone very special, Dan McGrath, Executive Director of TakeAction Minnesota.
Good morning! How do you feel? Are you angry? We have every right. KDWB's insults and arrogance are our opportunity. This is our opportunity to change the way they do business. They have no right to mock anyone in our community, to laugh about us, and then not have the decency to apologize, to sit down, and to change their ways. That changes today. I am proud to stand with the Hmong community. I am proud to be part of Take Action Minnesota, and I am proud of everyone here who is today part of this effort to change the way they do business. I want to recognize a few of the folks who are here standing in solidarity. The NAACP, Isaiah, the Hmong American Partnership, the Minneapolis YWCA, State Representative Rena Moran, she stands with us. Senator John Harrington from the east side of St. Paul stands with us. The St. Paul Federation of Teachers is a proud ally. Congressman Keith Ellison is a great champion of our cause. The Bridges Network. I see many other in the crowd. I in particular want to recognize one fellow who came from Red Lake, Minnesota, 6 hours away to be with us, Gary Fuller. Stand with us and we stand with them. Their insults and their arrogance is our opportunity to come together and change the way KDWB does business. That is what we're here today to do. Thank you for being here.
Hi, my name is Frank Brown, and I'm an organizer with the Justice for All campaign at Take Action Minnesota. I am the founder of the African American Progressive Movement and a leader in the Hmong organizing program. Some of you think I don't have much in common with the Hmong community because I don't look Hmong, but you're wrong. Najong. I'm a friend of the community, and I have worked side by side with Hmong because I know that together we are stronger as people of color, and we have more in common than we have differences. When others attack one of us, they attack all of us. Almost no one wants to view themselves as a racist. Absolutely no one wants to take the responsibility of racism either. This is why racism persists, real and determined. KDWB and Steve Letarte say their 30 Hmongs in a House parody song was in the spirit of the program. It was humorous. But how many of you found that funny? With great power comes great responsibility. Clear Channel Communications has clearly not taken their responsibility seriously by allowing racist jokes to be broadcast over the airway. This isn't the first Clear Channel Communications event that they did this. They were involved with a racism broadcasting back in 2005 when they played a tsunami song in San Francisco that was anti-Asian, anti-African, anti-human, and they aired it on KYLD morning show. So what is it with morning shows? Do they think we're still sleeping? Now that was humorous. Racism should not be tolerated in any shape or form. By giving permission to what I call undercover racism, we support structural racism that exists in this country. You see, stereotyping people by race influences employers, police officers, property renters, creditors, and other people in positions that can affect our lives. Clear Channel Communications, Clear Channel Communications thinks this whole thing is funny, but I think they're just racist bullies abusing their power. We are talking about a corporation using their broadcasting license to promote racism on a large scale. This will not be tolerated by any of us. As an African Filipino American, I personally will stand with my Hmong brothers and sisters in protest. As communities of colors, we have a responsibility to lead anti-racist fights anywhere and everywhere, together. We cannot let racist perpetrators like Steve Letarte and KDWB define the term racism or attempt to actually tell us what is racist or not. If we do allow them to define how they can, if we do allow them to define it, then they define how they can treat us. We will not allow that. Racism does not limit itself to just people's skin color or their money that they have in their pocket. It attacks along many fronts in the forms and forms different tactics. And it seems to be inventing. KDWB explains what they did as, well, it's jokes among friends. Let me tell KDWB one thing, okay? They're not among, and they're not friends, okay? Racism is no joke. It is not funny. It is not happy. It is not a wonderful thing. It's damaging, degrading, and malicious. So don't try to make light and humor out of this. Don't try to slip your comments bias by saying it is a joke. Don't define what is okay to do to us or say about us. Treat us with greater respect and dignity than you want to be treated. We demand no less.
Frank Brown! TakeAction Minnesota leader! Alright, we're gonna have Vang shown here. He's gonna be the chant lead, and let's all follow him, alright? Good morning, everyone! How you feeling? How you feeling? I hope you guys are not cold, because I'm not. Okay, well, there's one thing we know for sure. KDWB, Steve Letarte, Dave Ryan, they don't know what it feels like to be a minority. They don't know what they've caused, do they? When they go home at night, do they have to face what we face? Exactly. So when I say, tell me what you want, tell me what you need, you say, let's get rid of Dave and Steve. Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Can you hear me? Tell me what you want! Tell me what you need! Okay! Alright guys, Vang right here. Give him a big hand. Okay, right next here we got Liz Loeb from Stonewall DFL. Let's give her a big hand.
Like, look around. This crowd is beautiful. My name is Liz Loeb. I'm a member of TakeAction Minnesota. I'm a leader with the Justice for All team. I work for an organization called Protect Minnesota, and I am here representing the support of Stonewall DFL, a group of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Democrats. I'm also here in a very personal capacity. I'm here because if I want to look my Hmong friends in the eye with love and respect, then as a white person, I have to be accountable in this fight. I know the cost to my community of things that are supposed to be funny. Who's heard the phrase, "That's so gay"? You've heard it. So when people say it and laugh, it hurts. It hurts me. It hurts people who are LGBT, and it hurts the staff staggeringly high percentage of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth who attempt and commit suicide each year because of jokes like "that's so gay" that make us feel less than or wrong. What we say matters. I had the fortune of having a professor once who was a Native man, and he used to say to me, "The trees are listening. Everything we say matters."
Yes!
Especially when you're broadcasting to an entire region over public airwaves. So, I know what it's like to feel really alone when somebody tells you to brush it off. It's just a joke. What's the problem? Why can't you take it? And I'm like, you don't get it. This isn't funny. And when I'm alone, I feel like I can't do anything about it. But when we make common cause about the things that hurt us, we win. We aren't all the same, but we are all connected. And we do not have to act alone. So together, what we are here to do today is make actual change. Thank you.
All right, next speaker here, we have Mark Schultz, Board Chair of Take Action Minnesota. Let's give him a big hand.
Thanks, Nick. Good morning. My name is Mark Schultz. I'm the chair of the board of Take Action Minnesota. I'm proud to be here today, and we're going to make a difference today. We're making a difference in how we live our lives, and we're going to make a difference in how people in that building do their business. I'm a rural organizer, working with farm and rural people across Minnesota and our region. The organization I work for, Land Stewardship Project, is building relationships with Hmong families who farm in southeast Minnesota. And as a leader in Take Action, I have met many Hmong leaders in the Hmong organizing program. People who are strategic thinkers, hard workers, strong families. They, like the farm families I organize and represent, are building a better Minnesota. A Minnesota where we teach and value respect and equality for all, where we look out for each other, where what we create and do is of real value. But you know who isn't building a better Minnesota? KDWB! That's because you can't build a better state with racism and sheer crap. Racism can only destroy dreams, defeat hopes, discourage all of us from becoming our best. Racism naturally has no building capacity, only destructive. That's gonna change. Right. We have to ask ourselves, who benefits when a community is ridiculed, divided, put down? Not the community. The bullies. Not the Hmong community, not the whole community. So KDWB and its parent company, Clear Channel, need to be held accountable for their damaging, divisive, and insulting behavior. They must change. Not just apologize, change. So that is why we are here today, to make change happen. KDWB and Clear Channel may not be able to change the past, but we are going to give them the chance to do right by us and our community starting today. So here's what's going to happen now. We have a delegation of leaders from Take Action headed up. Headed up by leaders of the Hmong organizing program. Great organizing program, Hmong organizing program. In a minute, the delegation is going to go through those doors and demand a meeting with Rob Morris, the KDWB program director, in order to get into a serious nuts and bolts discussion of how they must change. We're going to bring a letter signed by the community. That's a letter that says, here's the change you got to take. Let's sit down and make it happen. So I'm going to call up each member of the delegation now so you can see them. Victory Vu, who is up here. Where's Victory? Wendy Bang. Wendy. Bao Lee. All right, Dai Tao. Amy Zhang. There's Amy. Dan McGrath. Liz Loeb. Frank Brown. And myself. All right, now, here's the thing. As scary as this bunch who's going to be going in is to KDWB, it's even hundreds of people are out here rallying for racial justice and calling for change is an even bigger nightmare for them. So while we go in to make that change happen, we need you out here making sure that all of us are seen and heard. And while you're making your statement out here, be thinking about what the next step is to bring this corporation to justice. Now, 3 advertisers have already pulled their ads. Who will be next? And who's the one after that? Soon, if KDWB doesn't change now, every minute of the morning show will be causing them pain, financial pain, costing them money with each tick of the clock and every bad joke until they change. So we're going in to call on KDWB to do the right thing, stop their racist programming, educate themselves about the Hmong community, and start building a better Minnesota with the rest of us. Do I have your support? That's it. Thank you.
All right, guys, our delegation is going to go in, and we're all going to be out here, and we're going to chant. We're going to give them some power to go in there, okay? All right? Okay. But before we do that, I just want to thank, we all should thank Todd and Steve for making this happen. They came, they helped us, they trained us to make this work really well. So why don't all of you guys please help me applaud, give them a big hand. Todd and Steve, raise your hand. All right, we're going to have Bang back here, and he's going to chant, and I want all of you guys to follow exactly what he says, all right?
All right. When I say let's go team, you guys say time to beat KDWB. Let's go team.
Time to beat KDWB.
Let's go team.
Time to beat KDWB.
Let's go team.
Time to beat KDWB.
Let's go team.
Time to beat KDWB.
Let's go team.
Time to beat KDWB.
Let's go team.
Disparaging remarks like those made in this song. When such comments are made about a group categorized by race, even in jest, it is racism. So we in the community have the right and the responsibility to challenge such comments. And we who are public leaders will speak so that our children do not learn that it's okay to make fun of whole groups of people, because it's not okay. The public media has a responsibility too, to hold to a code of ethics that does not put down people in our community with derogatory stereotypes. KDWB shares in this responsibility, and so should not allow such comments and songs to be aired. When employees make such comments, they need to be corrected and disciplined. A radio station cannot simply hide behind that old excuse that this song was just a joke. when the result is that negative stereotypes are reinforced. So Isaiah supports the demands made by Take Action Minnesota and for KDWB leadership to meet with members of the Hmong community and other community leaders to talk about what we can do together to address racism in our community, overcome our prejudices, and ensure that racist songs and comments are not aired on the radio without consequences. And actually not aired at all. We want to build a community where people live, work, and speak with respect for one another. For this is how we're all going to live together as one community, despite our many differences. We invite KDWB's management and directors to be responsible and work with us to help create such a community. Thank you very much.
Amen to that, right? All right, next we have a great artist that is gonna be performing for all of us. Does anyone know Two Cycle Lee? All right, Two Cycle, come on up. I'm just gonna. Oh. The best. Yeah, there you go. All right, how's everybody doing? Make some noise. Thank you for being. I know it's very cold today, and I know a lot of us are running on really low sleep, but we're all here. We're all united. We're not divided, and I wrote this poem specifically for this issue in this case, and I think that a lot of people don't understand how deep it is. So this poem is called It's No Joke. So when I say stand up, you say it's no joke. Ready? Stand up. That would be beautiful. Okay. Hey, can everybody like hug or shake the hand of the person next to them? Because I know it's a cold day. So we gotta share the love. All right. Ready? Stand up. Turn on the stereotype and hype up the latest songs. Remind us we don't belong. Divide us to choose sides because we will never be divided or defined by your station. The defamation of a reputation is not a joke. Stand up. Even more than the 20 songs and the corporations dictate on your radio station to play over and over. When speakers blare out mainstream hits, our sisters, mothers, and daughters are disrespected. And we will not be a part of your star parties where disconnected Milky Ways are disgraced by hatred. This is our history and you will never laugh at our circumstances. Stand up! So our people won't feel guilty about continuing to listen to a radio station that discriminates us, corrupted by desires to fit into the society like popular kids in school letting us in just to spit us out like pitiful misfits. You've done so much for this community, but it's okay to be subtly racist. Apparently parodies give you the right to air this pollution and air it in radio waves that miseducate, misinform this population. Stand up! We will never be a memory. The history states divide and conquer as a way to eliminate people completely. You will never know my name. Tears in Heaven was a classic song Eric Clapton dedicated to his son. Stand up. This is our time. And I ran out of words to say, but I want us together to be united and never be divided again. Stand up! All right, thank you. Wow, that was good. Let's all give a big hand for Two Psycho again. Come on, everybody. right, our next speaker, and I know that all of you know him, but for those who doesn't know him, we have Chu Peng Lee here from diaspora. He's the president of the Hmong Leadership Council.
Well, as many of you know me, during my organizing the 4th of July and the Hmong New Year, the Hmong community and all community, it is unfair, it is injustice, and it is racism for KDWB to write and sing such song about the Hmong community, about the Hmong people. As Hmong leaders, we have worked hard to put Hmong people to work, to higher education. We have worked hard to promote young men and women to serve in the armed force service this country. We have even used hours off work hours to do mini gardens, farming, to better the community for all. We have used every resource we have to be as productive citizen as possible. And KDWB is write such a song, a racism song, discredits, diversify the Hmong community, promoting racism like this. It's not acceptable. As Hmong leaders, I call all community to join the Hmong community to demand KDWB to publicly apologize to the Hmong community.
That's right.
A meeting with Hmong community leaders to discuss this issue. Thank you.
All right, let's give Chu Peng a big hand. Next, we're gonna have a very special guest here, Gao Song Vang. She's a young emerging artist. Let's give her a big hand.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. I just want all of you guys to give yourselves a round of applause because it is so early and we're here and it is cold, but we want to make a difference. That is what's up. Everyone, my name is Gao Song Vang, and for those who don't know me, I am an emerging artist, and also this year I competed in the Minnesota Hmong pageant, and I got second place. You know what? I don't need a title to do anything because you know what? We all here, we are Hmong, we are all equal, and we believe in this cause. You know, when I first heard this song, I couldn't believe it. After a long day of school and work, trying to better myself and my education, I came home to find out that this song was played on the radio, and I couldn't believe